Were you able to establish any link through people between the two that came in the Prius and the Adelson family?
No.
Okay. Were you able to establish any type, did you develop a theory or any evidence as to why these two people came to Tallahassee to murder Dan Markel?
Well, eventually we learned that the female, Katherine Magbanua, was the mother of Sigfredo Garcia's children and considered each other spouses, to my best understanding.
Okay, and did she
at the same time,
go ahead.
Same time, we also found out that she had been dating and in a relationship with Charlie Adelson.
All right, so initially, was there any connection between these two guys from Miami and Dan Markel?
None.
All right, so this was the connection that was established, turned out to be Katherine Magbanua.
The only connection we could find.
Okay, and was that done through phone records and ultimately other communication records and testimony?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you, as a result of developing Katherine Magbanua as a potential suspect, investigate her at all?
Yes.
All right, and did that include an investigation into her employment?
That's correct.
What was her employment status around the time of this murder?
At the time of the murder, I believe she worked at another dental office somewhere, but post-murder, she started receiving compensation from the Adelson Institute.
What is the Adelson Institute?
It's a dental practice, according to online information, operated by Harvey Adelson and Charlie Adelson.
Okay, and were the two of them dentists?
Yes, I believe Charlie is recognized as a periodontist.
Did you come to learn what Donna Adelson's role, if any, was in that business?
Yes, she was clerical and kept books for the business.
Did you attempt to procure some employment records from the Adelson Institute to verify Ms. Magbanua's employment?
We did.
All right, tell us about that.
Myself and Special Agent Sanford from the FBI went to the office, physically to the office in Broward County in Tamarack, and served a subpoena seeking records for the employment of Katherine Magbanua, and we received nothing at the initial time. Later on, the best I could get from, I believe it was an attorney that represented that dental office, just a list of checks that were paid checks from the Adelson Institute to Katherine Magbanua, but no W-2, no responsibility forms, nothing that showed what she actually did as being employed at that institute.
What was it, regular business hours when you entered there physically?
Yes.
Was Ms. Magbanua present when you entered the building?
No.
Did the employees that you have contact with seem to know who she was or what it was that she did there?
The initial person that I spoke to at the desk, at the front desk, she had no idea who this person was, who Magbanua was. The other person that came up to the front, she said she knew the name, but did not know what her responsibilities were with the company.
And the person that knew the name, who is that?
Erica Johnson, I believe.
And I'm going to approach and show you 68. Recognize 68?
Yes, this is This is all I received as far as any type of records for Magbanua and her relationship with the Adelson Institute.
Right. And did the records include any job description for Ms. Magbanua?
No.
Any employment application?
No.
Schedule?
No.
Timesheet?
Nope.
W-2 forms or tax filing records?
Nope.
Any performance evaluations?
None.
So only the checks.
Only the checks.
According to those checks, during what period of time was Katherine Magbanua on the Adelson Institute payroll?
From September of 2014 all the way, this particular one shows March of 2016, but I believe it goes further than that into May 2016.
All right. So it starts shortly after the homicide, about 2 months?
Yes. Actually, the homicide happened July 18th, and the first check was dated September 18th.
For what pay period?
I don't see the pay period on this one.
But presumably she'd be paid for a pay period that had
2 weeks
concluded.
prior. According to the way this is laid out.
All right, and we are going to learn more about the bump or the undercover operation, but is it fair to say the checks terminated shortly after the undercover operation in 2016?
Yes.
Did you notice in your review of that exhibit, the documents provided by the Adelson Institute, that some of those check numbers were consecutive?
Yes, I did.
Who signed those checks?
Donna Adelson.
All of them?
Everyone.
Were you ever able to develop any evidence that Magbanua was physically going to the Adelson Institute during these pay periods?
Never.
Any evidence that she performed some service off-site for that business?
Nothing was established that showed that.
Any evidence of any contact with any patients?
No.
And you were, we'll learn later, listening to some of her phone calls, right?
That's correct.
When was Katherine Magbanua arrested for her role in this murder?
October 1, 2016.
Were you present for her arrest?
I was.
And was she allowed to contact her lawyer from the arrest scene?
Yes,
Did you speak to her attorney as well?
I did.
Who was her attorney?
Tara Kawas.
What happened after that phone call?
After Ms. Magbanua was placed into a car for transport to the Broward County Jail, way less than 20 minutes later, I received a phone call on my phone.
Because lack of relevance, he's about to testify to something that has nothing to do with my client.
No disputed objections. Ms. Cappleman, please lay the foundation as to this matter in this trial.
Co-conspirator statement, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Go ahead, sir.
So, so let me back up. So, while Ms. Magbanua was detained on scene, where she was arrested in the daytime, daylight hours, she was allowed to place a call to her attorney. She spoke to her attorney. I spoke to her attorney, and I asked that Ms. Kawas, the attorney representing her at the time, that she contact her client, Magbanua, at the Broward County Jail, and if in fact she wanted to cooperate with the investigation, to call me back.
So you were interested in getting information from Ms. Magbanua?
Correct.
Information about the other parties involved in this case?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I mean by cooperation is if she wanted to provide testimony about other players in this. And so I told Ms. Kawas, if you'll talk to your client, obviously out of my presence, and if she decides to cooperate, call me back, and I will go to the Broward County Jail and meet.
And did that happen?
No.
What happened instead?
Well, like I said, within less than 20 minutes from that conversation, I received a phone call from a gentleman that identified himself as David Marcus. Instead, he was an attorney representing Charlie Adelson. And he asked that if Charlie Adelson was to be arrested, if I would just contact him.
Your Honor, my renewed objection, there's relevance, and this is not co-conspirator admission.
Specifically as a co-conspirator aspect, Ms. Cappleman, you need to keep the examination focused on that. Members of the jury, as to the last objection, I will sustain it. You may continue, Ms. Cappleman.
So you speak to Kwas, and your next phone call is from Charlie's lawyer.
Correct.
No further questions.